For more now on the analysis on this 17th day of the former president's criminal trial, we're joined now by Kan Nawaday, ABC News legal contributor and former federal prosecutor. Kan, thanks so much for joining us. And with Michael Cohen's testimony and new records introduced today, do you think the prosecution has done enough to really convince the jury that the former president falsified hush money payments to make them look like legal fees?
I think the jury is still out on that. I think, the key is going to be whether the defense is able to make this case a one-witness case. And that's the ultimate goal, I think, of the defense in this case. They want to make it a one-witness case, that it all rises or falls under Michael Cohen. And the prosecution, on the other hand, is going to try to rehabilitate Cohen by saying, well, look, there's all this other evidence. You just don't have to believe Michael Cohen. We showed you phone records. We showed you the testimony from from Stormy Daniels, from all these other witnesses. So it's really going to come down to whether the prosecution has corroborated Michael Cohen enough such that the jurors are confident in what the prosecution's saying.
And of course, today, the defense really tried to shred, essentially, Michael Cohen's credibility. Do you think that they've managed that, or do you think that they'll have sympathy for a man who says he regrets telling lies for his boss?
I think it cuts both ways. In some ways, it's pretty easy for the defense to cast Michael Cohen as a liar. He's an admitted liar. He's pled guilty. He's to lying, in fact. And the key is going to be, I think, from the prosecution's viewpoint, whether they can overcome those lies and weave a story of basically, hey, listen, who was he lying for? What was the motive for his lying? Was it revenge, or was it, when he did the lies for the hush money payment, for the benefit of Mr. Trump?
Did anything surprise you at all from Michael Cohen's testimony so far?
I think the most surprising thing, Linsey, is that he's held up pretty well. And I think the jurors may be a little surprised at that, since all the other witnesses leading up to Michael Cohen's appearance have kind of painted him as a very bombastic individual. And I think he's held up very well on very aggressive cross-examination from Todd Blanche.
If you had to say who you feel like is doing a better job at convincing the jury, what do you say, prosecution or the defense here?
I think it's going to be a tough case for the defense to overcome because of all the other evidence they have to support the narrative that Michael Cohen has presented. Even though it is true, he is a key witness. He's the witness who has the direct evidence tying everything to the former president. But there's so much other evidence. I think it's going to be hard for the defense to overcome that.
And what is next for the trial at this point?
Well, next, there's going to be more cross-examination tomorrow. It's been reported that Todd Blanche is going to continue crossing, well, not Thursday, I mean, Cohen throughout Thursday. And then there'll be some redirect examination from the prosecution, where the prosecution is going to try to rehabilitate Michael Cohen.
Kan, do you think that Donald Trump will testify? He has said before he would, then he said he wouldn't because he couldn't because of the gag order. What's your thought?
I think, number one, it's up to the defendant. It's the defendant's right to either testify or not. It's not a call made by Todd Blanche or any of the defense attorneys. So that's number one. So it is the former president's decision. Whether he will or not, I think it's going to be hard for him to testify because, in a lot of ways, he has the same baggage that Michael Cohen has. He has a lot of statements that he has made, a lot of inconsistent statements, a lot of lies that he has told that he's going to be cross-examined on. So I think it's going to be a strategic call of whether he thinks his defense has done enough such that he does not need to testify.
Kan Nawaday, appreciate your time and insight. Thank you.